Greetings. My name is Dr. Andrew Freeman, and on behalf of Central High School faculty and staff, I would like to welcome you to the class of 2020's virtual commencement. To begin, I would like to thank the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation Board of Trustees, Board President, Mr. Jeff Worthington, Vice President, Mr. Andy Greeno, Board Secretary, Mr. Christopher Kiefer, and board members, Mrs. Ann Ennis, Reverend Terry Gamblin, Mr. David Hollingsworth, and Mrs. Karen Ragland. I would also like to thank the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation and Superintendent Dr. David Smith. Thank you all for helping us to honor these seniors and the achievements of their class. These young adults, as well as their parents and teachers, have dreamed of graduation for many years. A member of the class will now reflect on the past and share her hopes and dreams for the future. I'm very proud and honored to introduce this year's class speaker, Addison Emig, who will speak on the graduation theme, Seen from a New Perspective.
No two persons ever read the same book. Edmund Wilson. I feel as though he would say the same about people and their high school experiences. No two people had the same experience in high school. We each have a different perspective on these last 4 years, and different perspectives are what make the world function. Openness to new perspectives is a vital piece of life. Everything can be seen from different views, and people's perspectives are always shifting. History is full of people who change their perspective, and anyone who knows me knows that I love history. Stick with me while I use a famous figure in history to show the importance of developing new perspectives. Abraham Lincoln once said, "We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses." Lincoln exhibited this profound understanding of perception during his time as the 16th President of the United States, during which he led the country through the tumultuous time of the Civil War. While doing so, his perspective on why the war was being fought changed. Initially, Lincoln chose to fight the Civil War in an attempt to keep the nation together. He saw fighting as the only way to possibly preserve the Union, and preservation of the Union was worth any fighting it took. However, a couple of years into the war, Lincoln began to see it as a war to end slavery. His perspective of the war was no longer purely for saving America. It had shifted to encompass a larger moral issue. Lincoln is an extreme example of a changing perspective, but there are also much lighter examples as well. Take the unnamed narrator from Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham. He spent the entire book insisting he hated green eggs and ham and had no desire to try them, until he gave in and tasted them, only to discover, "I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am." It may be a small matter, but it's still a new perspective. Both of these people show that a change in perspective can change the way one goes about life and can even change the world. America wouldn't be the same America we live in today if Lincoln hadn't changed his perspective on the war. While none of us have led a nation through a war, and I don't believe any of us have been pressured into trying some oddly colored food, we have each been in situations that changed our perspectives and turned us into the people we are today. 4 years ago, we each walked into Central for the first time as freshmen in high school. Each of us had a different idea of what high school would be like, and I'd be willing to bet that we each now have a new perspective on high school and ourselves after finishing it. I know high school has given me an entirely new perspective of myself. High school was nothing like I expected it would be. I would love to stand up here and tell you it's been the best 4 years of my life, but I also don't want to lie. High school was hard. I went into it with no clear idea of who I was and uncertain of who my friends were. These past 4 years had their struggles, but they showed me who I am. Endless late nights of homework and studying and miles of training for cross country taught me about dedication and applying myself to what I do. I also learned about what it means for a friendship to be meaningful. We all shared experiences and struggles through high school, which helped us develop our individual selves. What has high school taught you about yourself? Take a moment with me, close your eyes, and think about it. Who are you? The experiences you just thought of are what shaped you into who you are today. It's thanks to the teachers we had that we have been able to develop these new perspectives of ourselves. Their work allowed us to discover ourselves. The lessons they taught us, both out of a textbook and out of spontaneous conversation in the classroom, will continue to guide us as we move on in our lives. They deserve all the thanks we can give them for helping us survive these past 4 years and see ourselves and each other from new perspectives. Now that we have gained these new perspectives in high school, it's time for us to turn our focus to new perspectives for whatever our next step in life is. Some of us will start college shortly, while others will start their careers, and yet others will join the military. It's up to us to make the most out of what we are planning to do. High school has given us the skills for success. We just need to see them in a new perspective and apply them to our lives.
Members of the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation Board of Trustees and Dr. Smith, it is my privilege as principal of Central High School to present to you Central High School's graduating class, the class of 2020. This class has been offered more than $4.8 million in scholarships. 209 students are graduating. 13 students have earned a grade point average of 4.0 or higher. 74 students have earned the Distinguished Academic Honors Diploma, Technical Honors Diploma, or both diplomas. 65 students have earned the Governor's Work Ethics Certificate. 63 students will continue their education, and 7 students have enlisted to serve in the United States military. This class has met the requirements set forth by the state of Indiana as well as the Evansville-Vandenberg School Corporation and should therefore receive proper credentials. It is with great pride I present Central High School class of 2020. I congratulate each of you, and I hope you will use your many talents to leave your mark on this world. Congrats, graduates.
Hello, I'm Jeff Worthington, President of the EVSC Board of Trustees. At this time, I'm proud to accept the graduating class of 2020. I know this has been a very unique and frustrating year. Many of what should have been your greatest memories as a senior were not able to be realized. Going forward with the next chapter of your life, always keep in mind that nothing is guaranteed. Live each day to the fullest. Congratulations and best of luck from all the Board of Trustees at the EVSC.
Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm proud of you. These have been really challenging times, and I hope and pray that these are the most challenging times that you ever face in your life. But if they're not, know that you've developed a resiliency, know that you've developed a coping mechanism that will help you handle disappointments in your life. And everybody experiences disappointments. But it's the way you handle those disappointments that really make your mark as a human being and how you can serve others. So I truly am proud of you. I'm also sorry that you did not have the opportunity to experience some of the milestone events that seniors typically experience. But as you look back on this pandemic year, I hope you look back about the opportunities that it did present itself. Perhaps you were able to get closer to family as we were all required to stay home. So as you plan the next phase of your life, please don't take anything for granted. You are truly God's unique gift to one another. So I pray that when we meet each other again, that you'll be able to express the joy that you've experienced because of the successes that you will have in your future. Thank you so much for how you've handled yourself during this pandemic. Congratulations and good luck. We're proud of you.